Hi, first graders. Today is Monday, August 17th, 2020. This is our math recording, and it is on module 1.05, which covers greater than, less than, and we will also talk about equal to. Greater or less than. Greater is more. Think about money. You want more money than less money, or more cookies than less cookies, more food than less. Greater is more. Right now, what I want you to do is to say that 3 times. Greater is more. Greater is more. Greater is more. Less is a smaller amount. Less is smaller. Less is smaller. I want you to say that 3 times. Less is smaller. Less is smaller. Less is smaller. So right now what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the bunnies and we're going to take a look at the carrots. Right here we have 1, 2 bunnies, and over here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 carrots. In your head, think, is 2 greater than 10? Or is 2 less than 10? Remember, greater means more, less means smaller. And we always look at the first number to decide if we're saying greater or less. So, is 2 greater, that means more than 10, or is 2 less, which means smaller than 10? 2 is less than 10. So we would say that as 2 bunnies is less than 10 carrots. Now let's take a look at our second pictures. There are 1, 2, 3 bunnies, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 carrots. So we are comparing the number 3 to 7. Remember, based off of if we're saying greater or less is off of the first number. So is 3 greater than 7, or is 3 less than 7? Think about it. Okay, what is it? 3 is less than 7. It's a smaller number than 7. Moving on. How many? We are going to look at the pictures and see which number is bigger. Remember, we always look at the first number, though, to see if we are going to be greater or less. There is a 6 here because there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bunnies. There is a 7 here because there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 snails. So I want you to think, is the number 6 greater, meaning more, than the number 7? Or is 6 less than, meaning smaller, than the number 7? When you know, I want you to say out loud. You should have said 6 is less than 7. I'm going to make my smaller. We are going to move this saying over here. 6 is less than 7. Now let's take a look at these cardinals, boys and girls. It's a type of bird, and chipmunks. We have 4 here because there are 1, 2, 3, 4 cardinals. That's why there is a 4 below the cardinal. Over here, we have 1, 2, 3 chipmunks. That is why there is a below the chipmunks. We always decide if we're going to say greater or less than based off of our first number. So is 4 less than 3, or is 4 greater than 3? Think about it and then say it out loud, your answer. Yes, you should have said 4 is greater than 3. 4 is greater than 3. Moving on to our next slide. Here it is horizontal, meaning it's just written, vertical. It's written vertically. It doesn't change what we're going to do. We're still going to say greater than or less than. We are comparing owls to ostriches. There is a 4 written beside the owls because there are 1, 2, 3, 4 owls. That is why there is a 4 beside the owls. There is a 6 besides the ostriches because there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ostriches. So 4 is our first number because it is written first. So look at 4. Is 4 greater than 6 or is 4 less than 6? When you know, say it out. Good job. You should have said 4 is less than 6 because it's a smaller amount. Looking to our last slide, we are comparing chipmunks to squirrels. There is a 5 written next to the chipmunks because there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chipmunks. There is a 4 written next to the squirrels because there are 1, 2, 3, 4 squirrels. I want you to think in your head, is 5 greater than 4 or is 5 less than 4? Think about it. Remember, greater means more, less means smaller. Good job. You should have said 5 is greater than 4, meaning bigger. I'm going to stop sharing this screen and we are going to work on a few problems together. On our board, we're going to start with 5 blank 1. We are comparing numbers using the greater than sign, less than sign, or equal to. We use equals to if the number is the same. So if you are comparing a 1 to a 1, we would use equals to, which is 2 horizontal lines because that is the same number. Greater than, that sign is used when the first number is bigger. The less than sign is used when the second number is bigger. So let's look at this first one. 4 blank 2. Is 5, I said 4, excuse me. Is 5 greater than 2? Is 5 less than 2? Or is 5 equal to 2? Say your answer out loud. Good job. You should have said greater than. Remember the greater than sign when we write it? It is pointing to the first number because that first number should be bigger. Think of the alligator. The alligator's teeth want to eat the bigger number. Okay, now we're going to compare the number 4 to the number 1. Is 4 greater than 1? Is 4 less than 1? Or is 4 equal to 1? Think about it and then say your answer out loud. Good job. You should have said 4 is greater than 1, meaning we want that our sign pointing to the first number because our first number is bigger than our second number. Boys and girls, if you need to draw dots or counters, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 1 above to see which one has more counters, the bigger amount, you can do that as well. Moving on to our next problem, 3 is what to 3? Is 3 greater than 3? Is 3 less than 3? Or is 3 equal to 3? Think about it. And then I want you to say your answer out loud. Good job. Hopefully you said 3 is equal to 3. This is the same number. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Same, meaning we draw an equal to sign. 2 horizontal lines. Okay, on to our last problem before I let you go and work on your own. We have 2 is compared to what to 10? 2 is what to 10? Is 2 greater than 10? Is 2 less than 10? Or is 2 equal to 10? Remember, you can draw counters above it to represent the number to see which one has more. Okay, what is 2 compared to 10? Hopefully you said less than. That means our sign, the open part, the mouth I call it, is pointing to the second number because the second has more than the first. So how we would read this is 2 is less than 10. Remember, we would not say 10 is greater than 2. No, we read left to right. 2 is less than 10. Okay, boys and girls, I hope this lesson was helpful. Please go ahead, get to work. You are working on module 1.05, and then you are going to take the module 1.05 math quiz. Go ahead and get to work. I will see you later.